Hello everyone. So in this video I will show how I tried to make the rudder wallet by DS Leather and how it didn't go exactly as planned. So to start, I would just say that I am in no way associated with DS Leather. I just like their designs, and I will of course link to where you can buy the pattern if you want to make it yourself. And if you do it correctly, it is a great pattern that I make today. But I didn't do it as intended, I think. Now, to begin, I started by printing out the pattern, making sure it was the correct size, since some printers make it smaller to better fit the page. I then cut out the pattern, leaving a small space from where I cut it to the actual pattern, which I find to be better when cutting, since you have less chance of cutting over the line. After that, I then placed the pattern loosely on the leather to find an approximate size of the leather, which I then cut out, since it is easier to work with when you have a smaller size leather. Then I used some masking tape to secure it to the leather, but if I just cut the pattern, then the paper will fall off, since you have got the masking tape too. So before I do that, I always make sure to do the things like punching holes before I cut the outer perimeter. Then with my picking iron, which is not the correct size, I do my best. And then with good conscience, I can cut the leather, where I cut way too close to the stitching holes on one side. But this would be a lousy wallet with only this piece. So before moving on with this piece, I do the same step with the other piece. And here you can see what I was talking about earlier by cutting the outer perimeter too soon, so the paper became loose and it's hard to work with for these small bendy cuts. But I managed to get through it by holding the paper down. Luckily I didn't cut the last line, and using a precision knife. I then tried to do some edge beveling, as you can see here, but as you might also notice, I miserably fail and give up. After having filmed this project, I sat down and got a lot better at this, so expect some of that in future videos, and hopefully with better results. And then it is to the stitching holes, where I placed my camera in a horrible position, so I must switch to another camera with worse quality and zoom in like crazy, which worsens the quality even more, so that's nice. Here you can see I sand and burnish the edges, which I'm going to regret in a bit. So the next step is to completely forget to glue the piece and go directly to stitching. So after sitting and contemplating my life choices for a good minute, I get right into it. And then we have gotten to the point where I remember it is probably best to sand and burnish after having stitched it. So I do all that another time. And there you have it, the rudder wallet with almost no problems. Okay, maybe some problems, but let's just call those lessons for next time. But even after all the different flaws I made along the way, I would still say it ended up looking pretty alright. Thanks for watching.